Well, we got God of War coming to the PC in all of its 4K glory. Real 4K, by the way. No what is it? Checkerboard rendering. Absolutely real effects. I don't know if you guys seen this shit on the PlayStation website where you can see all of the pores on fucking Kratos. Like you miss these details because of the checkerboard rendering not being actual 4K. And if you didn't have a PlayStation Pro, you definitely missed the shit. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're not going to talk about that today. And let me know. Actually, I'm going to say this. Subscribe to the channel. Period, point blank, man. If you like the video, you want to support me, subscribe to the channel. Like it's not that deep. It's a button press. Like, stop being lazy. Anyway, let's begin. So Sony announced an initiative actually a couple years ago that they were going to start putting their flagship games onto the PC, and then they doubled down on it. I think Jim Ryan said it, and he basically stated, "Listen, we realized, it wasn't really damaging the brand that much. So we're going to continue to do it." And I think it was Detroit Become Human that came out. And everybody was tripping, you know what I mean? Then it was Days Gone. And everybody was tripping on that one, even though we knew that was coming. Everybody was like, we already knew. And then we had Horizon. That was the biggest one because that was legitimately like first party. And then it died down for a little bit. Then Days Gone came out, and everybody was tripping over that too. Every time Sony releases a first-party game, people trip, even though they already said the shit years ago. Now, people may believe that there's no point of actually owning the console at all. Why I have a PS5? And I keep saying this over and over and over again. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm getting really fucking tired of saying this shit. And we're going to talk about this on Saturday too. It's getting very tiresome. Console players, PC players, and phone game players, they don't cross-pollinate that well. You know what I mean? So people that play cell phone games, they don't really like console games, and console gamers or PC players don't like console games that much. And you could say Assassin's Creed is very similar to the Horizon and stuff like that, and it's not done at this particular quality. It's not. They don't have that many people, and I mean, people can argue this or whatever the case is. There's the story behind it that's really, they put a lot of work into it. Then you have the animations, which you can clearly tell the quality of that one. You can have a burger at Jake's Burger from Texas, and you can have a McDonald's. You know what I mean? They're burgers. There's a different quality to it. You know what I'm saying? And they both can fill you up. Either way, no one's doing games like this as what Sony is doing. Even if you can say that the quality is subjective, no one's doing it quite like they are. You know what I'm saying? And just like with individuality, you know what I mean? You can say something and no one can say it just like you can. You know what I mean? So because of that, they don't have that on PC. It's viable to have it. It's viable to have those type of games. And they already said that they almost got 300% money back from that investment. So they're going to keep doing it. And God of War is going to be a really, really nice testament to, PC players really having like a really cool story. That's not like, that's a cop out or whatever the case is. They're all different types of story that Sony does. They're like the kings of stories, basically. But here's the thing. My biggest grievance is not with, the games going to PC, because that's going to be inevitable. No one's mad at that. You know what I mean? But the biggest problem here is that people think that it's going to be day and date. You know what I'm saying? And at first I thought it was going to be, after a year. And the thing is, the reason why Sony can never give you a number is because the number is not really there. It's when the game slows down is when they're going to start putting the games out on PC. It's just not the same type of model. They don't want to cannibalize their console. They don't ever want to cannibalize the console. And the reason why is because they have a store where no one's competing at that store at all. Why would they jeopardize their fucking store where when they put their games on there, it's 100% of the profits, 100% of the profits. It makes no sense for them to do it. You know what I mean? And even making a launcher, the launcher is going to start off at a small, on PC rather, a small user base that they may never get the people. You know what I mean? And then they have to compete, even if it's big, they still got to compete with Steam. Why not just pay Steam whatever cut that they want? You know what I'm saying? And use their user base. Their user base is huge, and that's what they're going to do. The intention is not to make a launcher. The intention is to make PC players use the PlayStation's ecosystem. And they've always said this. I don't know why this is a mystery to people, but they've always said this. And somehow, every time they release a game, it's brand new. It's ridiculous.